of public speaking. One thing I like to do is I always turn bright red and sweat.
My speaking experience is rather limited.
And everyone around that table said, I don't like public speaking either.
What I would like to learn from this class today is how to sort of get out of my head and be more present.
Every time the PowerPoint has to turn, I have to stick it on there.
When I was in high school, I was the state speech champion. Unfortunately, I'm from Idaho, so it's not like...
For public speaking is understanding how to prepare for a presentation and talk to a group.
That kind of makes me shaky.
You know, you've been identified as a standout leader, and we want to know if you'd be interested in joining our board. And she said, well, yes and maybe no. And I asked her why, and she said, you know, I'm afraid of public speaking. And I almost said no, because I thought, what if they made me get up and speak?
And in the case of the Washington State chapter, they had done amazing research that denoted that leadership speaking was one of the #1 fears of their board. So with that data-driven strategy, I was able to work with their committee, John Chen leading the committee, to really write a grant that I knew addressed their needs and provide a really valuable result that I know this chapter is going to feel for years and years to come.
With Holly, our, who was at the time our chapter manager from International, and she personally walked that grant in right at the deadline and got it okayed. And so here we are today.
This is just a case here too to just show that big things come in small packages. She's been doing this for over 20 years. She's trained literally thousands of speakers. She's one of the best speaker trainers in the Northwest area. This work really does matter. It turned out to be a $2 million benefit for Microsoft at the end of this speech. She's really here to serve you today, so again, all of us are here to help you out. But let's just give a warm round of applause for Vanna Novak.
This industry, meetings and events, is worth how much money? You are a $175 billion industry. And do you know how much you contribute to the national economy every year? A lot. The program is not Speak to Inform. Why is it important to learn how to speak to persuade?
That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of the people.
We vote, but our voices are not being heard.
In fact, not voting is the most patriotic thing you can do for this country.
We're asking the American people to not vote in this next election because we want it to be a shock, a societal shock to the system, to re-engage the American populace and re-stamp out apathy.
Yes. This is your chance to make history. This is your chance to send a clear message that the system doesn't work.
Remember, we need inaction to change our country. Don't vote, but do tell.
Whoa! This audience is like a once in every 5 years kind of an audience, in that not only do they fully participate and engage and get serious about getting the content, they actually have fun.
Well, it taught me that if you use the tools that were included in today's course about the power of persuasion, you can really take a number of concepts and convey it in such a way that it's useful and applicable to a lot of people.
And today I learned to really open up and be more expressive.
Making a connection with your audience and really having a message.
Absolutely powerful, impactful, and opening.
I actually had somebody come up today and tell me that the reason why she had not volunteered is that she was afraid that she would be asked to speak in public. And now she's going to be a volunteer because she's got more skills. So thank you, MPI Foundation.
Thank you, MPI Foundation.
So much MPI Foundation.
Thank you, MPI Foundation.
We're so grateful for the MPI Foundation.
Thank you, MPI Foundation. You rock.
Thank you, MPI Foundation.
Thank you, MPI Foundation. Thank you, MPI Foundation.
Thank you, MPI Foundation.
Thank you, MPI Foundation. Thank you, thank you, thank you.